Not gonna lie to you, I do miss going to questionable Thailand markets where they serve chicken surrounded by flies, and I take it home and ferment it in my cupboard and eat it 2 weeks later, to the disgust of the world. We had a lot of fun on that carnivore diet. A part of me does miss it, of course, the simplicity of it, the satiation. Sometimes I'm hungry. I'm eating these mangoes. I feel like regurgitating them to my baby owl. Hey, do you want some? So today I want to praise and laugh at the carnivore diet and find out what I would do different if I went carnivore again, and laugh at all the people doing it because they're eating beef bellies. They're stupid. Speaking of beef bellies, that was my last meal in Thailand. I remember going to the shop, the gourmet market, and I was pointing at that brisket. I wanted the fattiest meat possible, and brisket, there it is. But it's very tough. You can't eat that raw, and I was on the raw autogenous plan. So I asked them to grind it up, and we weren't communicating it. I was like, can you make ground beef out of this? He's like, and I'm pointing to the ground beef, like, make that into that. The brisket, do that. How do you say grind it in Thailand? And if I did, he probably would have misheard me and just started working the back. But that was my last meal, ground up beef brisket with egg yolks mixed in for extra fat. The thing was like 90% fat. I'm eating it on the bus, just hoping nobody sees me, but they do. I'm just like, I'll leave your country, I'm sorry. I don't belong here. I know, I get it. It was gross, but I miss it. It was fun and weird and easy, and lickable. So not that I'm planning on going back on the diet, I can't guarantee that I won't. But I said I would give this medical medium thing a year, and for sure, my health problems would lessen by then. I'd have perfectly clear teenage girl skin. Clear up already. Clear. Go clear. I made a key discovery. Well, just a little side tangent for you. Too much salmon plugs up the works, and then the fruit runs into the salmon, and it backs up. Several fruit meals that should have left my body are held in line by a slow salmon at the bank line of life. And so the salmon guy is like talking to the cashier, pulling out checks and shit, writing checks. It's 2020, checks don't exist. And the fruit runs in, it starts backing up everywhere, and I get acne on my scalp. That's what happens. So write that down. You writing it? I tell you, the balance of life is hard to achieve here. I feel the boost from fish, but then it slows down the digestion to the point where, like, how often can you really have it without getting that backup sewer system? Once a week, maybe. And then is it even doing you any good? Help. That's one of the reasons I miss the carnivore diet, because you just eat a bunch of meat, then it's all slow all the time. It's a bunch of customers that are all slow, and they don't care. They're just patient, they're waiting in line. It's like, whatever. I'll entertain myself. I'm not in a rush. The fruitarians are in a rush to get shit done, running errands, picking their wife up flowers. The carnivores have a calm to them. They don't care about anything, good or bad. They've lost all interest in life and its possibilities. So they have this apathetic wisdom to them. They're just, nothing happens, blank stares, emotionless. I miss that. I miss it. So on this carnivore diet, even though you are backed up with meat sludge, there's no fruit to run into it to disturb the sludge. So it's just all flowing slow at its own pace. It's like a smelly swamp, but covered by saran wrap. And you don't notice it's a bad swamp. But you start pouring some lemon juice in there, then that creates bubbles, and then the gas comes. The sludge is within you, but without awakening it with fruit, you get away with it. So there's a couple things I would do differently on the carnivore diet. I would use medical medium's information. I would still believe that he's partly right, but I'd defy him. So I would still not eat the eggs or dairy, but still burden the liver with animal-based foods. And I'd win at life. And there's nothing he could do about it, except live longer than me and say I told you so in a podcast dedicated to my death. Still, I'd laugh from the grave onto my next life, where I'd be the spirit telling you stuff Yeah. So some things I would do differently. And first, let me just warn you, if you think you have the perfect plan in your mind to where things would work, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You can't plan it. It's like, okay, fruits and vegetables are perfect, but which nutrients are lacking? Okay, the zinc and the selenium. Okay, I'm gonna eat a Brazil nut and beef liver, high in zinc. Okay, we got those two every night and every third night. Not every night, it'll burden up the sewer system. Okay, we got this. Still, I have some ideas. I would start the day off with the lemon water to at least relieve the burden somewhat of my liver and flush some things and give me some vitamin C to prevent the scurvy. Don't let them lie to you. Scurvy is real. People have it. I had it, I think. The back pain, which was this, actually. So I didn't. I just debunked myself. That's unfortunate. That was a quick debunking on that one. That's embarrassing. Usually it takes at least a couple minutes. I was watching some video, I don't know why it got recommended to me, but it was this popular YouTuber. She has like 1 million subs or something, and she went to meet Frank DeFano, and he's all into the raw meat, and she was gonna do it, and she couldn't. But the point was, she went down into his basement and found a huge box of lemons. He actually lied about what the lemons were for. He said, oh, those? I was actually bartending at a friend's bar mitzvah. That's why I have those. I had to buy a whole box of them. They're still there. What's that all about, huh? I don't use them myself. I would never do that. Who lies about lemons? What is your life about when you have to lie about consuming lemons? It's like, oh, I didn't.
So, I see a bunch of lemons. Are you vegan? Can you spit on them?
He's a liar. Ladies and gentlemen.
Boxes of fruit in his
It's
garage.
funny. Did I tell you I used to bartend?
Yeah.
One of my buddies called me last Saturday, and I bartended for the first time in like a couple
that's
years.
fun.
So we had some extra lemons.
He obviously has 7 forms of scurvy, and he needs the lemons just to break even on that whole shit. It's a very clear event. You have a whole box of lemons in your basement so you don't die. Just own it. Why is that even bad? Are you ashamed? What the hell just happened? So I would try to borrow some lemons from Frank DeFano's bartending gig and have some lemon water each day, and I would continue on with the celery juice on my carnivore diet to build the stomach acid, because you need it. I might even double that up. No, I wouldn't. It's too expensive. Don't do it. Now, the major change I would make, I wouldn't eat the giant 1 meal a day. And even though I switched to 2 giant meals back in Canada, there's still too much meat at one time. You get so exhausted. What a stupid thing. So I would take my grazing philosophy from the medical medium protocol, eating every 2 hours to not drop the blood sugar and dip into adrenal hormone territories. What the hell? So I would have smaller meals throughout the day. Easy does it. Easy little snacks, but no pork. No pork. That's a no food. So no eggs, dairy, or pork allowed. And not much beef, because that gives you beef herpes. So it would be mostly lamb, some chicken, some fish, and lemons and celery juice. It's the perfect diet. I'm writing a book. It's genius. You flush the liver and the colon with the lemon water. You build the stomach acid with the celery juice. You have small miracle meat meals throughout the day, fatty based in their metabolism. Mostly fat, fattiest cuts you can find. No overt fats added. No lard allowed. Your diet removes lard? There's like 40 super pig nutrients you don't even get. There's one nutrient in lard, and it's rancid fat. And it's high in it, and low in everything else. How is that a superfood? It's super bad for the country. Yeah, who needs super pig flavonoids? Who needs, I'll just get that in an avocado. What are you, dense? The real question is, would I add in a carb source or go into a fully fat-based metabolism, starving my liver of its favorite food, glucose? Not getting any of it. Then it would create it from digesting my brain and creating its necessary sugars. I wouldn't miss the missing brain meat. I already hate my version of the diet. I'm quitting it. I'm switching. The lemon water could be nice, the vitamin C, and it tastes better than real water. And I'd have it 3 times a day. All lemons all the time, lemons and meat, just the acid digesting the meat. The lemon meat. What if the cause of all my problems are not diet related? I've been spinning my wheels here. We're wasting a lot of time. I'm not willing to face the emotional pain that awaits me. I distract myself with physical foods that do nothing. They don't get to the cause. So I'll forever be acne-ridden and flatulent. So we discovered it, the perfect diet. Lemons and meat. And it's pretty much proven. So what's your perfect diet? Post it down below. It's not going to be better than mine, but y'all can fight for second place. And that should be fun. So I think we're done. Solid video today. Thumb it up, of course, if you liked it. Thumbs down if you're eating beef bacon with paprika, sprinkle of lime, and a big, just 3 liter of Coca-Cola to melt the meat. That's a good diet. That's a good diet. You got all the sugar and meat. It's a bodybuilder's diet. That's the plan I want to be on. Just send me the book. I'll review it. All right, we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for buying a vegetable please t-shirt, signing up to the monthly Patreon Q&A, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. The autofocus tracking me. But then it will, oh my God. The perfect camera and the perfect diet in one video. You better not latch onto these hands. Subscribe to Camera Conspiracy. What, my segment's done? You don't even use any of the cool things I said? Your propaganda. I told the truth. I let the people know. Lard is just love. You don't give it to them. You don't care.